What's up, guys? It's Lucas here, and I'm literally pacing my living room right now. We're 4 months out, the vibe should be hype, but something feels heavy. The Texans are locking everyone down: Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, Dalton Schultz. Everyone's getting their bag, except for the one guy who holds our entire future in his hands, CJ Stroud. League insiders are dropping bombs saying a deal might not happen this summer. We're entering a season where pressure isn't just on field, it's on the legacy. Is this patience or a massive gamble? Stay tuned, things just got real. First off, if you live and breathe Texans football like I do, hit that subscribe button right now. We're pushing hard for 4,000 subscribers, and I truly need you in this huddle. This community we're building is everything to me, and your support keeps this engine running. Now let's talk about CJ, man. I love this kid so much. From the second he stepped into H-Town, he brought a completely different energy to this franchise. He's got that rare mix of humble swagger and a first one in, last one out mentality that makes you want to run through a brick wall for him. He isn't just a quarterback. He's a leader who actually cares. But here's the reality check that's been keeping me up at night. While our front office has been busy handing out massive checks like candy to guys like Will Anderson Jr., Azeez Al-Shaair, and Danielle Hunter, who all deserve it, don't get me wrong, CJ is sitting there without that long-term security. It feels weird, doesn't it? You look at Jeremy Fowler's latest report, and it hits you like a blindside blitz. The league executives are saying Houston is verbally committed, but they aren't reaching for the pen this summer. They are essentially telling CJ, go out there and prove it one more time. It's a total gut punch because we've all seen those flashes of absolute brilliance. We've seen him command the huddle and embrace this city like a veteran. He's not just some stats guy, he's the literal soul of this roster. But the business side of the NFL is cold, man. It is absolutely ruthless. By not locking him in right now, the Texans are essentially putting him on an island. They're saying they need to see even more growth after a few seasons of turbulence. It's a high-stakes poker game where CJ's entire future is the pot. I see him in those off-season workouts, putting in the work, never complaining, just grinding away. That's his personality. He's got the tech, he's got the arm, but most importantly, he has the heart. But you have to wonder what's going through his mind when he sees his brothers getting that generational wealth while he's still playing on a rookie deal. And here's the thing that really gets me about this whole situation. The Texans are playing this so incredibly safe that it almost feels dangerous. Let me explain why this is a massive pivot for the franchise. We've seen teams wait before, and sometimes it works out, but usually the price of the brick just goes up. Every single day we wait, the quarterback market explodes further. Look at the astronomical contracts being signed around the league lately. It's insane. If CJ has the massive bounce-back season we all know he's capable of, that price tag isn't just going to rise, it's going to moon. But then, you look at the other side of the coin. The front office is watching every single frame of film. They're looking at the inconsistency, the moments where things got a bit shaky during those turbulent stretches. They want to be 100% sure before they drop $250 million on one man. It's about being financially responsible, but man, does it feel tense in the building. Now it gets interesting because this patient approach is a complete 180 from how they've handled everyone else this year. They were aggressive with Will Anderson. They were proactive with the defense. But with the most important position in all of sports, they're suddenly tapping the brakes. It creates this heavy atmosphere of earn it. It's cinematic, honestly. Imagine CJ walking into that facility every single morning, knowing the front office is watching his every move through a microscope. Every pass, every check down, every vocal leadership moment is being graded for its long-term dollar value. It's like a movie script unfolding in real time. But I'm genuinely worried. I'm worried that by waiting, we're accidentally creating a crack in the foundation of his trust. Does CJ feel undervalued? Does he feel like the team doesn't fully believe in him yet? He's way too professional to ever say it publicly, but he's human. He's a young man with the weight of an entire city resting on his shoulders. We're asking him to be the savior without giving him the keys to the kingdom. It's a massive emotional pivot for this team. We went from the high of the off-season additions to this lingering cloud of doubt. Now let's dive into the dark side of this strategy, because there's a massive risk here that nobody is talking about enough. The pro is obvious: flexibility. If CJ doesn't take that massive leap in 2026, the Texans aren't stuck. They have his fifth-year option. They have options to pivot. But the con. The con is honestly terrifying to think about. If he lights it up, we might be looking at a contract that eventually cripples our ability to keep this elite roster together. We're talking about a roster that's going to get very expensive very fast. Every single dollar we save by signing him now is a dollar we can use to keep a star receiver or a lockdown corner later. By waiting, the Texans are essentially betting against their own wallet. It's a roster battle against the salary cap. I've been talking to some people close to the situation, and the vibe is just complicated. There's a feeling that the pressure on CJ this season is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen in Houston history. Think about the stakes. He's essentially playing on a one-year trial for a $60 million a year salary. One bad stretch, one injury, or one slump, and the narrative shifts from franchise legend to expensive question mark. That is an incredible amount of weight for a young quarterback to carry. And believe me, the rest of the league is watching. Other teams are licking their chops, waiting to see if there's any friction between Stroud and the front office. We're in a division that's getting tougher by the day. The competition is fierce. If we don't have our leader locked in and mentally secure, we're vulnerable to the noise. I'm a total insider in my heart, and as a fan, this makes me incredibly nervous. I want to see CJ with that pen in his hand, smiling next to the owners. I want that he's ours for the next decade feeling. Instead, we're getting this wait-and-see approach that feels like we're playing with fire. The Texans are trying to be the smartest guys in the room, but in the NFL, sometimes you just have to pay your superstars and move on. This fourth season is the ultimate crossroads. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this whole situation has my stomach in knots. Look, I want to trust the process. I really do. Nick Caserio has made some incredible moves, and this roster is deeper than it's been in years. But CJ is the engine. He's the heartbeat of this city. When he's on, this team is absolutely unstoppable. When he's struggling, we all feel it in our chest. I'm just sitting here thinking about the training camp reports we're gonna get. Every single incomplete pass is gonna be overanalyzed. Every interception is gonna be a massive headline. You'll see the tweets. Is Stroud losing his leverage? Or is the contract distraction finally real? It's going to be exhausting for him and for us. And honestly, I hate that for him. I hate that he has to answer these questions instead of just focusing on winning a Super Bowl. I'm frustrated because we finally have the momentum. We have all the pieces. Why add this extra layer of unnecessary stress? But then again, maybe this is exactly what CJ needs to reach that elite Tier 1 status. Maybe the front office knows he thrives under the brightest lights. Maybe they want to see him hungry and hunted. But man, it's a gamble. It's a massive, Texas-sized gamble. If he plays like an MVP, we pay him MVP money, and we're happy to do it. But if he plays like just an average starter, then we're right back in quarterback purgatory, and I don't think my heart can take another rebuild. We're so close to greatness. I can feel it. But this contract cloud is hanging over NRG Stadium like a dark summer storm. I want to be hopeful. I want to believe that by week 1, something gets done. But the reports are saying otherwise. We have to prepare ourselves for a season of prove-it football. It's going to be a wild, stressful ride, and honestly, a defining moment for the Texans. The pressure is on, and we are all watching. At the end of the day, this is about identity. Who are the Houston Texans? Are we a team that rewards our stars early, or are we a team that demands perfection before we pay up? CJ Stroud has the chance to define an entire era of football in this city, but right now he's doing it without a safety net. This fourth season isn't just about wins and losses anymore. It's about a legacy and a massive payday hanging in the balance. I believe in him. I really do. I think he's going to take all this noise, all this pressure, and turn it into absolute fuel. But the road ahead is narrow, and there's no room for error. We're all in this together, watching and praying that our guy delivers. Thanks so much for sticking with me through this emotional roller coaster. Seriously, your support means the world to me. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, help us hit that 4,000 subscriber goal. It really helps the channel grow and keeps this community strong. Should the Texans pay CJ now or wait? Comment below, let's talk. See you next time. Texans Nation.